Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at another rank 1 in the world team here from Joao Victor. One of the coolest teams of all for sure. We're going to have a team here on the Shadow Typhlosion. I really want to take a look at this Pokemon anyway, because a lot of people dropped this Pokemon recently, which I feel like kinda went also together with the recent meta shift a little bit. Yes, there was a meta shift towards the meta that we had before already. Like this season kinda changed a little bit of the meta because Gold got a little bit of a nerf, like small changes were made and also Typhlosion was added. And so in the beginning, Typhlosion was actually really strong because a lot of people were then running something like a Mantine again, like other Pokemon that are not like Mud Boys, and I feel like we kinda went back to that meta again that we had before. Anyway, first battle was quite easy. We're also going to have here, of course, the Azumarill and Elite running player of Ice Beam, which I'm going to talk about a bit as well afterwards, and the say swap of the Crunch variant of the Charger Bug. I actually went for Crunch variant Charger Bug recently as well in a video about the Galarian Slowbro, where I went 12 and 2. If you have not seen this, it's on my channel. Very nice team that was as well. But anyway, we're going to take a look here today at our Charger Bug and our Typhlosion, especially here, seeing if Typhlosion can still do something in this meta, as we were already getting a win in the beginning just from the opponent forfeiting, not expecting a fire type, and this is like the main benefit of fire types right now. Most people don't really expect them because there are so many water type Pokemon around. Like most people are not prepared for them, and so there are matchups like this one here right now as well against the Skarmory, where we're going to have just a very great matchup with our Typhlosion. And here's the thing. Once you get ahead on energy with Typhlosion, this thing is basically unbeatable. Like literally, like take a look at this one. Oh, in comes another Mud Boy here. Wow, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna go straight for the Blast Burn. And yeah, let's take a look at how much damage it's going to do here against the Whiscash. Goodbye there. Let's see what's coming in next. Oh, for Religator, goodbye there as well. Next opponent is actually running a Pokemon that I kinda always want to showcase and then never really do. It's going to be the Girafarig, which is honestly one of the coolest Pokemon right now to play, because I don't know, like it is just like Confusion is very good in the current meta, but they are not really great Confusion users so far. So Girafarig is kinda an exception for this because of the great secondary charge move being Psychic Fangs, allowing you to drop the opponent's defense, making it very annoying to play against this Pokemon in the 2-shield scenario, but also having access to a Thunderbolt as a great coverage against the current water type meta. And also giving you access to a coverage move with that also going to be able to hit Skarmory for super effective damage. But yeah, just generally having the normal typing being able to also then resist like ghost type moves is kinda mad. Like definitely a very cool Pokemon. Just kinda the stats itself kinda hold it back a little bit to be not completely top meta, but also Confusion is kinda not ideal in general. While Confusion users are a little bit better, Confusion itself as a fast move is not really the strongest move ever, but it's definitely a solid one. Here, speaking of a solid one, you're going to have a solid matchup here, or no, we don't. Here's the thing, Typhlosion is very frail, and so as soon as the Vigoroth got a little bit above, like in terms of energy, like I knew we had no chance of winning this battle because, yeah, we are not going to be able to outspeed them, they're going to be able to outspeed us, they're going to be able to do some very hard-hitting damage, and so there was no real reason for me to stay in there. But anyway, we're going to have, you know, a Gligar coming in, Shadow Gligar, and that's the main reason why you want to run Crunch, because usually you're getting completely hardwalled here. But not with Crunch. With Crunch, you're going to actually be able to force a shield from the opponent. Getting also 2 defense drops here immediately is going to benefit us quite a bit, as now they're still forced to go for another charge move. We can go for the full bubble down with the Azumarill. They should only get to 1 more charge move here as well, which is going to be quite ideal. Let's see how this is gonna go. We're gonna be able to go for the full farm down, have a shield advantage now, and we have to encounter a Lantern, and that is not ideal. But here's the thing, as soon as we got a little bit of damage onto that Lantern, we should be kinda okay, because the amount of damage that you're going to be able to do with the Incinerate, Shadow Incinerate from the Typhlosion, even against like resisted Pokemon like here, the Lantern, we're going to be kind of fine. And also we have still Thunder Punch to kind of try to threaten them a little bit with this one. And as you're going to see, we can go for 1 more fast move and even another one that is coming through. And so we're going to go into the final matchup there with a little bit of an energy lead, plus also still some shields. In comes a Wigglytuff. I make a little bit of a mistake here by throwing like this, where I give the opponent a free charm. I should have just went straight for it after 1 fast move, but it doesn't matter because he's still gonna survive this one, and the opponent is not gonna survive this one. So we're going to be able to win this battle quite easily with some Blast Burn action. Let's take a look at the next opponent. What are they going to run here? We're going to have the elite of Skarmory. That is going to be quite an interesting one as well. They're going to swap out into the Gligar. We are going to be able to go ahead and go for that Crunch again and trying to get the debuff onto them as well, which we don't. But we still might be able to force a shield from them. Let's see what they're going to do here. They'll still be able to survive it, but if we would then use a shield, we would be able to fully farm them down. So let's see what we're going to be able to do here. We're going to be able to go for one more charge move and we're going to get the shield. We're going to not get another defense drop there either, but it is fine because it's down again to our Azumarill to go for the full farm down. Let's see how this is going to go. We're going to be able to go ahead and go full bubble down against the opponent there. They're going to be able to get another charge move off. Let's see, it's going to be the dig coming through, and so we can even swap out onto the Typhlosion trying to get some energy advantage. Did this really work out for us? Let's find out here. Make a stupid play, to be fair. Going for the Thunder Punch actually does not help you. Like, this might seem like a smart idea to bait with a lower energy move, which in theory, yeah, still you're going to save up 10 or more energy, but the energy that you gain from that is not something that's going to help you in terms of the amount of fast moves that you need. It's just going to help you out in the next matchup afterwards, where we're going to be able to now be able to reach the next boss point after 2 fast moves, but like it didn't really matter for that matchup anyway, but yeah, it doesn't really matter anyway because we win the battle. So moving on to the next opponent, we're going to have a great lead, a great save swap, and a great counter. But we don't have discharge, so we're going to have to rely on some more damage from Volt Switch. I could decide to go for a shield, I could decide to do different kind of things. But I decided to go for the extra here right now. That's going to be able to get the knockout, and let's see what we're going to have here now in the bag. It is going to be very likely the Stunfisk coming back in because it's going to be a hard wall to us. Yeah, it is going to be the Stunfisk, but at least we're still going to have some neutral damage here with Crunch. And again, Crunch is coming and Clutch here is kinda a neutral move to get some damage onto them. They're forced to go for like a Rock Slide now, which is fine for us. We can just take this move and we're still going to be able to align ourselves. Let's see what's coming in next. It's going to be, I make a huge mistake here by the way, it's going to be the Venusaur. I did those battles at like 2 AM in the morning and I was quite tired. I just want to get the battles done, and yeah, this was a mistake by me. I just should have stopped out way earlier into my Typhlosion. Does it really matter? Spoiler, it doesn't. But what you see here already, and what you see also in quite a lot of other battles, is that fast move damage is not coming through the entire time when the opponent goes for a charge move. And that's kind of a very big issue for me. I don't know if it's going to be in here as well, but there were like some games that are lost because basically what is supposed to happen, like maybe it's like an intentional change or whatever, but before what's supposed to be happen, for example, you have a 5-turn fast move Incinerate and the opponent has the 4-turn fast move Volt Switch. If you go for 1 Volt Switch and the opponent goes for 1 Incinerate and you can get to a charge move straight after your first Volt Switch, the opponent still should get the damage in. Why? Because the damage gets calculated 1 turn minus the duration of a move. So basically for the Incinerate, it would be on the 4th turn, the damage would get calculated and it would put onto the Pokemon, and so when you take the charge move, you would already take the damage from the opponent, so sometimes you would not be able to go for your charge move then. Issue is now though, a lot of times while I was playing with this team, with like different teams as well, this damage is not coming through, and there's a huge difference in this, because what is the difference? If you're gonna get knocked out by the charge move the opponent does while your fast move damage is not coming through, the fast move damage is never coming through, it's not gonna be even applied afterwards, and so this can change quite a bit, especially with fast moves like Volt Switch, which we have here, like Incinerate, which we have here. Those fast moves do quite a lot of damage against Pokemon, and if those not gonna go through before before you kind of faint, it's going to change up the next matchup always. So basically, and it's kind of a very annoying thing, to be fair. Anyway, we're going to be here in a very awkward spot, because we are forced to go for Ice Beam here, but we also kind of have to be a little bit mindful of the next matchup, because there's still going to be that Clodsire lurking in the back, where we're going to need, of course, our Ice Beam for, but they also still have a shield, and it is just all a little bit dicey. We're going to be up to 100 energy here right now. That's the best that we can do, I guess. But as we will see here, they are going to go back into the Clodsire. We can get the shield here for sure, like that's not going to be a question here at all. But also, they're going to make it kind of very smart. They're just going to farm up perfectly here, basically. They're going to be able to now go up to 100 energy, basically, with them. And now they are going to be able to outspeed me here, and they're going to knock me out. If they needed one more fast move, they would have not won this battle, but it is what it is. But yeah, we can move on to the next one. Let's see what this is going to be. It's going to be a Gligar in the lead. That's going to be quite lucky for us, as we're going to swap out into the shiny variant of Charger Bug. We should be able to take a move, but don't actually really want to. And over the discharge, we can go for 2 more fast moves, which is going to be great. Unless they're going to survive with 1 HP, which they do exactly. Like, it looked literally like 2 more would be enough to knock them out based on damage before, but they survive with 1 HP, and this is going to completely change again everything, because now all of a sudden we have 40 less energy. And here's one thing that I kind of want to talk about this team as well. This team struggles against Basculin, and so I was thinking it might be actually a better idea to not go for Ice Beam but for Hydro Pump on the Azumarill in the lead. I think it is better for the meta that at least most people are going to can counter right now, because yeah, like this team is kind of designed to counter the Pokemon that you face at like rank 1 in the world, like somewhere in the top Elo range there, but not really designed to counter like the normal Pokemon. I think this team would be nearly perfect if you just change the move of Ice Beam to Hydro Pump on the Azumarill just to counter those Bastions, which would be kind of nice for you. For sure, anyway, we want to see the Ice Beam coming through here. It's going to be able to get that shield from the opponent. We still should be able to survive another move and get then the knockout with Ice Beam. Let's see what they're going to have. They know like, as well. We're going to see the Drill Run, the Dig coming through. Imagine like Gligar would get Drill Run. Like honestly, this Pokemon would be completely busted. I hope that Gligar gets nerfed by the way next season, because I feel like it's still kind of busted. But anyway, we're going to encounter here the Bastion, and as I said before, this team is quite weak against it, but luckily we were able to hit that Blast Burn before. This is going to be also now hopefully enough to win the battle. It's going to be quite a close one, but it is looking quite good for us as well, as we have still our Azumarill, and yes, we can win this one. Next opponent coming through, we're going to have the Azumarill Mirror in the lead, which is not really ideal. I don't really like this one, I have to say. I don't think it's a great matchup for us at all. But let's see what we can still do here. We're going to see the opponent going for a Play Rough, getting some nice damage onto us. But as we also going to see here, Play Rough is coming through from us. We're going to lose the CMP tie, which is kind of annoying for us as well with the IVs that we have on the right side. We see here, CMP tie going to be lost. It is not really ideal, but as you're gonna see here, we're gonna be able to go for another Play Rough. The Play Rough is going to be able to come through and get some more damage onto them. And now I was thinking it might be the best play for me to just stay in this matchup and then align my Charger Bug later on. So what I'm gonna do here now is do exactly this. We are going to let the move go through. I know that they're going to go down from this, but they sub out straight away into their own Gligar, and we are in a very, very tough spot. So yeah, we don't have a great answer for Gligar anymore. And honestly, I don't know if there's a better way of playing this matchup out. I think it is just for us the issue that we were in a position where basically we didn't really have a choice there. Like if we sub out and like, yeah, we're gonna get out then the Gligar from the opponent, I guess it would have been a way to go, but yeah, we're now going to be in a very solid, like very tough spot. Yes, they're gonna have still that Annihilate, and I think I'm going to lose this battle. We're gonna be able to at least get one shit from them, but honestly, like, what are we supposed to do here? I don't know. We can still try our best at least. We can still go into our Charger Bug now. Go for the Crunch. Discharge would have been a bit better for us, but it is what it is. It's not going to be a huge difference because Discharge is not a great move. But now we're going to get the Defense drop, which maybe actually changes something, because now we should be able to farm down afterwards. And in comes the Shadow Ball, we can still take it. We are not going to be able to farm down again by 1 HP, so I feel like I was quite unlucky with this one. Definitely kind of felt I was quite unlucky with the team that I played here, but it is what it is. We can move on to the final one for today. Let's see here what we're going to encounter. It is going to be the Annihilate in the league, which is going to be kind of nice for me. I can go for the Play Rough eventually if I want to, but let's see how this is going to go. It's going to go ahead and go onto a Dugong. That's not ideal. That is definitely not ideal at all. I was thinking here, I could just go ahead and go into my Typhlosion, go for 2 Incinerates and 1 Thunder Punch and basically win this matchup here, right? That's at least what I thought. That is not what's happening here. I actually underestimated that the bulk of this Pokemon is so insanely strong. Like honestly, I was not thinking that the bulk of Dugong would actually survive this one. But it is not really going to matter anyway, because we can still go for another charge move here. It's going to be the Thunder Punch coming through. And we can try to go for the full farm down here, kinda. I don't know, we're going to let the move go through anyway. And we're kind of forced to go back into the Azumarill. Hope there's something in the back that we can beat. But let's find out if this is going to work out for us. We're gonna see the opponent going for the Shadow Ball. I actually was not thinking that this was a Shadow Ball yet. It's going to be the Sand Slash in the back, and we just have to hope and pray at this point that we can somehow still win this one. We will see the crunch coming through, and we're gonna get the defense drop here plus the shield. That is the ideal scenario for us. I decided to use shield here as well, hoping it's going to be the drill run, but they're gonna decide to go for the ice punch instead. I can go for the crunch here. Is it going to be enough thanks to the debuff now? Let's find out. It is enough, and so it's down now to the Annihilate against Charger Bug, and I think this is going to be a victory. This should just be the Night Slash, and this is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.